Rodger Dalling from Bagot. I'm a director of Bagot and operate within the Melbourne markets predominantly in Australia, but I also have a regional role in defence projects, and globally I'm involved with the Dubai studio as well as now Shanghai. As a manager of the company, I'm keen to see resources shared with a profile of outsourcing being part of our delivery. Based on my experience with Corbis, we've found them as a group to be nothing but engaging and interactive. They appreciate the areas of difficulty that can get in the way of a smooth delivery, and work on their side as well as our side to put in place structures and personnel that will have specific tasks to overcome what we see are the additional management areas that need to be implemented within a project in order to allow the outsourcing services to be seamless and less risk. People often ask what are the comparators between the skill bases between ourselves and Corbis. My experience generally is that they are comparable. In the case of NAB, which was a major 56,000 square metre development here in Melbourne, we challenged both two things: not only their skill base but also their ability to come to terms with a new technology, which was Revit. And both companies, ourselves and Corbis, had to approach that project for the first time with very little background experience in Revit. The industry was at a transition or an implementation stage and had very little embedded knowledge. And we worked with them in parallel to build up their own skill base at the same time we were building our own. So it was a very intense period, but at the same time the commitment for us to want a Revit quality outcome, as well as a Revit quality resource for us, was evenly matched, and we found their skill base was absolutely comparable. One of the things that I think is a point of difference for Corbis is that they pick up on a similar sentiment that we do. We try to operate a business, albeit we're global, but we like to have family values, and our recent trip and interaction with their personnel, etc., they do the same. They are very much a family business in Argentina, and they have values that are comparable to our own when dealing with their staff and promoting their careers and looking for better outcomes within the industry. They're fiercely loyal to Argentina, and we like that. And their appetite is a lot of beef and a lot of meat, but so yeah, we share similar values, and I think that comes through in their work. They like to play, we like to celebrate, but we also like to get good outcomes. So yeah, we think from a delivery point of view and a cultural point of view, they're a good team to work with. The so-called culture, I suppose, between the two, Western and South American, I think it's an enjoyable one. We're a global firm, so we're used to differences, and we tend to celebrate the differences. So yeah, we enjoy working with them, and they have a strong desire to always have people on hand that have got good English skills. So the language is never really a barrier. It's always, if you will, it needs to be addressed in the delivery to ensure that we've got good people at both ends of the scale, one that is able to speak in their native tongue and at the same time back to us, which is all part of that management establishment, and they're aware of it, we're aware of it, we just address it as managers. As part of our development of our relationship with Corbis as a service provider, we were very keen to visit their operations in Argentina. Keen on the one hand to see that they had the capacity but also the ability to service us. And we were very pleasantly surprised that not only were they a family business, but they were also a business that had a range of disciplines. They were operating on both project management as well as engineering, as well as architecture and interiors. And a new part of their business is 3D visualisation. All of those qualities were of interest to us, but our main focus was really to build a relationship with them through the visit, and we felt it was very successful. We on the one hand, were able to confirm their capability, and on the other hand, we're able to build a relationship as a service provider and client. And personally, that's where I think good relationships start. And I'm very pleased to have had the trip with one of our senior architects, and that relationship will build through other projects.